Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in today's video I'm going to share with you how to create the most beautiful Christmas tree DIY step by step. If you want to learn how to decorate a Christmas tree like a designer, well, this is the video because I'm really taking the time to give you the instructions on how to make focal points, how to create the biggest bows, and how to decorate a Christmas tree step by step. I'm gonna give you all of the tools, all of the tips, and all the tricks so you too can create a beautiful Christmas tree for your home this holiday season. I'm super excited to get started with the Christmas 2023 season, and especially the Christmas trees because I really think they're my specialty and I just absolutely love them. So if you are interested in creating a beautiful s'mores inspired Christmas tree, please stay tuned. Remember, all of the products used in this video are from David Christopher's, and I'm going to link their information down below. When you subscribe, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you are notified about all of the Christmas DIYs step by step that we'll be giving you in the upcoming weeks. Are you guys ready? Let's get started. All right, you guys, so before we get started with this beautiful s'mores Christmas tree, what I'm going to explain real quick is that I have three trees in the background, and she is our brand new Christmas tree from David Christopher's, and I absolutely love it because it has this little remote. It has like 8 settings on your lights. It has a twinkle light, it has a fade in, fade out, and my favorite one, the multicolor, because when I was a kid, that's what we had, a tiny little 4-foot Christmas tree, and it was multicolor like this. So as you guys can see, all of the settings have different clicks on the remote, and this is from David Christopher, so I'm gonna take the tag off right now so we can continue with the video. But what I wanted to explain is that on my right hand side we have the Christmas tree that we always decorate, and that is what I call a design tree. So that is to be designed on. It doesn't have branches that hold your ornaments, so that's what it is to pack with ribbons and ornaments and picks and stems. This right here is more what I call a natural looking tree. It has beautiful branches the whole way. It has a really good branch with a wire, so that's what this tree is more realistic looking. It was so hard to fluff, but it was so worth it. Between me and Jameson, we got it done in about an hour. And every time that you fluff a Christmas tree like this, it has longer arms. You always have to run them up because when they are in the wilderness, they tend to grow up, and so it looks more realistic by doing that. This is a 7.5-foot tree, and we're going to be decorating it with bigger elements because it is a bigger tree. And right here on my left hand side, I have my older natural looking tree. That is a skinny tree or a slimmer tree, so it's basically about the same design, but that is a slimmer kind. And so today we're going to be working with big elements, so that's why I decided to whip out the David Christopher's absolutely gorgeous Christmas tree. And I'm going to leave all the description down below in case you guys want to give them a shout and get your cell phone because it is absolutely stunning. And like I said, with the little remote and the settings, it really is the deal. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be decorating a s'mores Christmas tree. So I'm going to get all of this organized. I'm going to bring my first step, which will be our ribbons, like always is, and I will be back with you in just a second, so keep watching. All right, you guys, so if you've been following this channel and you want to learn how to decorate a beautiful Christmas tree, you know I have a 4-step process. Number 1 is going to be ribbons, number 2, ornaments, number 3, florals, picks, stems, and number 4, we're going to be doing an accent ribbon. This is the order that I usually do it, but that doesn't mean that I'm married to that idea, but I try to follow that so that I can always have a cohesive tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this ribbon right here and these two as my main ribbons, and then I have my accent ribbon that I'm going to be adding at the end. And I also love this ribbon, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and drop it on the floor because what I want to do is I want to do some bigger bows. This is quite a big tree. She's pretty large and in charge, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some bigger bows. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do probably about a 10-inch loop. I'm going to twist it right here. And notice that I'm giving it about probably like 2 feet, 2.5 feet tail. And I just absolutely love this David Christopher ribbon. It is large and in charge, just like our tree. And so that's why I wanted to do something fabulous like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with these two like this. They have to be large and they have to have the tails right there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a second ribbon. I'm also gonna just go ahead and drop it on the floor. And I'm also gonna give it a longer tail. But I do want this little ribbon to be on the top. So what I need to do is put it right here and give it a little tail like this. And then I'm going to do another one like this. And remember, we always fluff these ribbons at the end, okay? So don't worry if you see Ramon jumping steps. But I'm very adamant about telling your ribbons. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add this absolutely beautiful taffeta one. And it has, oh my gosh, it's so pretty because it glitters. It has like a thread in there. I didn't mean to say glitters. I meant to say it glistens. It glistens so beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2. Then I'm going to do yet another one. Like this. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this video. I'm having so much fun, and so far I've shared with you DIYs in the traditional colors last week. If you have not seen that video, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. We did a Christmas tree, a centerpiece, a wreath, and I shared with you how to flock the Christmas trees and the wreaths because we're going to be using that project coming up. So if you have not seen that video with the traditional colors, I really recommend to check it out. I'm going to put up a link in the description box below so you guys can check it out. All right, so since this is very large and in charge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a zip tie and I'm going to zip tie all of this together. And I'm going to grab my zip tie right here. Now, before I cinch together, I'm always telling you this. Before I cinch together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a wire and I'm going to pass it through my zip tie right here, because I want to make sure that I have something to attach to my tree. So there you go, there's my wire right here. And so now I'm gonna start cinching, but before I cinch shut, what I want to do is fluff this bow and make it look really pretty. So what you can do is bring those bows forward like this, and pulling, if it is too loopy, you can always pull the ribbon like this, because we do need also those tails like this. And so now we cinch shut as tight as we can, because this ribbon right here, the pink one, is really, really thick. So you have to really put some muscle into it. And I'm gonna cut right here. So now we're gonna have this bow. I'm gonna fluff all my tails, bring them forward like this. And I'm gonna start with one right here, dead center, so you guys can really see it. So I'm going to I'm gonna grab my wire that I added right here. I'm gonna bring it forward, and then I'm going to attach that to the tree. Look how pretty, you guys. That is huge. It's large and in charge. And so now what you do is like you just grab a bristle and then you do your 2 loop right here to attach it. And so we have this beautiful bow. And what we can do with the tail that goes up, you can always just put into your tree like that. And these tails that we have, also we can just go ahead and play with them. If it's long enough, you can do a tail, or you can just let it hang like this. And don't forget to dovetail your ribbons, because that's what makes it look finished. I'm gonna go over here. If you have a longer one, you can always play with it like that, and then dovetail like that. These ones I'm gonna leave them just hanging like streamers, but they do need to be dovetailed, FYI. And then also don't forget to cut different lengths of your ribbons, as you can see. And we fluff our ribbon right here. How cute! That is a focal point if I've ever seen one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat one more, and I'm gonna just have to go ahead and go down for them because I dropped them on the floor. And you guys, look how absolutely gorgeous this ribbon is. It has the pink and the blue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate, and I'm gonna do one on this side. So I'm gonna make sure that I have this forward right here. I'm going to pinch on my finger right here, and you wanna go down about 12 to 14 inches. Then we're gonna do it again. Like this. This is going to be a little bit smaller because it's gonna go up. This is the largest one because it's gonna be the one forward. So I wanna make sure that I note that, and then I'm going to cut my tail right here, leaving it a little bit longer, like that. And so now I'm gonna grab my pink ribbon, and I'm gonna go over the opposite side, and I'm gonna do a loop like this. Always just hanging on to your ribbon, so that way you can control it. Because you guys, if you let go of this cord right here, then to get it back to where it was, it's a mess, let me tell you. All right, so now I'm going to cut right here. Remember, we're gonna dovetail these ribbons in a second. Now I'm gonna grab my beautiful blue one with a shimmer thread. That's so pretty. It really is. And I'm going to go the opposite way. And then I'm going to do a loop coming up like this. And then a loop coming down like this. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm gonna cut right here. And you guys always tell me, oh, Ramon, you're so good at this. You guys, it's all just practice. If I'm good at it, you're good at it. All you have to do is practice, practice, practice. And you too can have a beautifully decorated Christmas tree. You too can go to people's homes and decorate for Christmas. You too can create a gorgeous Christmas tree and wreath and all the things that we do for Christmas. Because if I can do it, and if I taught myself how to do it, trust me when I say you can too. All you have to do is continue practicing and you will be just as good. All right, so I put my wire in here, you guys, so that I can attach, and remember to cinch really good. And I'm gonna cut right here, making sure that I cut the excess of that. And look how pretty this is. Absolutely gorgeous. And so now what I need to do is just fluff like this, make sure these wires really stand out, my tails. And so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my wire that I put here. Then I'm gonna go over to this side, and I wanna add this guy almost right here to the side. So I'm gonna attach this guy right here. Give it a little spin. Look how beautiful it looks just flying up. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my scissors and I'm gonna start dovetailing all these ribbons. And remember to do it, like I said, at different sizes, at different lengths, because that looks the most beautiful. And look how beautiful it is just by alternating the ribbon. Like now we have this beautiful, you have the pink one right here, the big pink bow, and then you have this one that is like the reverse side of the ribbon. And don't be afraid to alternate your ribbons when it has two sides, because that's what they're meant for. It is for you to use both sides in one design. And this one right here, I'm gonna leave really long like this. So I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a curl. All right, you guys, so I have 1, 2, and so now what I want to do is I want to do another one, but I want to put it right here. So I have my triangle going down. I'm going to speed this up, and then I'll be right back to give you the next step. So keep watching, okay? All right, you guys, so now we're done with the ribbons. I went ahead and gave them a little bit of a fluff and a little bit of a trim, so that way I have them where I want them to be. And so far, I love the way that looks. So now our next step is going to be to add our ornaments. And part of our ornaments are going to be these ginormous candy canes from David Christopher's. You guys, all of the products in this video are from David Christopher's, and they're offering you 10% off on their website if you use the code Ramon10 at checkout. I'm gonna leave all of the information in the description box below so you guys can take advantage of that. But I'm gonna start adding these beautiful candy canes, and I'm going to grab a wire that I already taped, and I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. Actually, first I'm gonna see where I want my candy cane. And this is like the fun part because, well, I get to do all these fun demonstrations for you guys, hopefully to inspire you to create something beautiful in your home this Christmas season. Who is excited for Christmas as much as I am? Jameson, are you excited for Christmas?
Always excited for Christmas.
He's always excited for Christmas because he loves helping around here. He doesn't want to admit it, but I think he loves Christmas just as much as I do. He just likes wine more, a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna add this guy right here, attaching it to one of my bristles. Then I'm gonna grab another wire just to double secure him. I'm gonna put her right here by twisting and then grabbing just one of my bristles and twisting with the bristle right here. It doesn't really have to be really twisting. Look how cute that is. So I'm gonna put then this smaller size. I think this comes in 2 different sizes. So I'm going to go ahead and put it, but I want it to be a little bit more whimsical. So I'm gonna have to open some branches. Then I'm gonna grab a wire. Let me see, sometimes you have to work with one hand. Then what I'm gonna grab is one of these wires right here. This is florist wire. You can find at any local florist supply store like Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Walmart has some of those wires. Some stores even have them already pre-taped, which is amazing. All right, so I'm gonna attach that right there, and look how cute that is two ginormous wire candy canes wired in. I'm gonna grab two wires because I now have to go and do the other side. So I'm going to go over to this side and I'm going to go over here, right here to the back. But I kind of want it to be a little bit more hidden. I don't want it to be as prominent as the other one, or maybe even taller. Can you see it right there, Jamison?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna put it right here, a little bit taller. They have to be almost the same, but not quite. And I'll explain what I mean. Balance is all about having the same elements on your Christmas tree, on your wreath, or whatever it is that you're making. And they don't have to be exactly in the same position, but you do have to have the exact same element on both sides. And that's what's gonna give you that balance. So I'm having a little bit of a trouble finding a place to wire it, but hey, it's part of the process. I'm gonna put it right there. Then I'm gonna grab yet another one because I wanna double secure it, and I'm gonna put it right here. This one, it'll be easier because it is right at the reach right here. And I'm gonna grab a bristle. I'm gonna twist this into my bristle like this. You put like this, like you guys are seeing, right? Well, you kind of have an idea. Just basically what I do is grab one of these bristles, then I twist the wire in it, and so now that's what's gonna have our candy canes. Now I have to adjust this one a little bit because I feel like she's not participating. I'm gonna have to undo it right here and bring it down a little bit more to kind of secure it further. Aren't these cute, you guys? David Christopher really does come up with some crazy ideas like these candy canes, and I just absolutely love them because they're big, they're charged and enlarged. If you have a beautiful big atrium in your business or in your home, and if you have kids, this is perfect size. Now, if you want to do something similar but you don't have it as big, I recommend to get just two of the smaller ones instead of the large ones, and that way you can alternate one and down, or you can just get one of each on each side. It is up to you how you decide to do it. All right, so now the next step is going to be to add some of our ornaments, and that's going to be our clustered ornaments. And I'm gonna start with one at a time. I have 3 different colors. I'm gonna move all of this over here so I don't break anything. So I have 3 different colors. I have this blue one, I have a pink one, and I have a white one. So I'm gonna start by adding a little wire right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cluster these ornaments. I'm just gonna do 3 clusters right by where our bows are. So I'm gonna add one right here. And they're gonna be moving, but you guys will adjust them in a second. No problem. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another one of these big blue ones over by this bow, like this. You can go in a little bit further in. Then I'm gonna grab another blue one, and I'm going to go all the way to the top where this bow is, right here. Like this. Because I want these 3 bows to be my focal points. All right, so now I'm gonna disappear for a second. I'm gonna grab my pink ones. I'm gonna put them over here. I'm gonna grab a pink one, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna drive a wire through it. And so now I'm gonna put it right next to it because I want it to look like a cluster of my 3 main colors, which is the pink, the blue, and of course the white. So I'm gonna grab yet another one over here. We're doing this in real time, you guys, so that you can see how fast or how easy it really is to decorate a Christmas tree. So now I'm gonna do this pink one right here. I'm gonna twist it together, and I'm gonna grab some more of my wires because I ran out. I'm gonna grab another wire right here. It's super easy. All you have to do is drive a wire through it. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm having so much fun decorating for Christmas 2023 and coming up with all of these crazy new ideas in order to inspire you to create something beautiful in your home this Christmas season. And I know you guys love it. And I'd appreciate it if you guys share this video with your friends on Instagram, on Facebook, and on WhatsApp. Let them know what we're doing here at Ramon at Home so they too can come and enjoy the fun because, well, it is free and it is fun. So I'm gonna add my 3rd one, which is going to be this beautiful iridescent white. Once again, I wanna do them close together. So I'm gonna add this right here. And see why I'm doing this? Because by adding them together, you're creating a focal point. You're continuing this focal point of my bow. And so that's where your eyes gonna immediately go. Now, this is a whimsical tree. It is more like fantasy. This also would be perfect if you have a bakery or if you have some sort of store, or if you have a business, you know, like this is the perfect way to display all of your ornaments. Also, like I said, if you have kids, well, I know kids love this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, Christmas is all about the children, you know? And so in my house, it's all about, well, it's all year long. Let's just put it that way. All right, so I'm gonna add this white one over on this side to kind of continue our cluster. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in here, put my wire through, and see how that create a cluster. Now, I'm gonna take a second to adjust these guys, and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. Are you guys having fun decorating this beautiful s'mores Christmas tree step by step? I'm having a blast giving you all the instructions. But if you made it this far into the video, I want to ask you to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends because it is free and it really helps the channel. Also, don't forget to invite your friends to come and join Ramon at home for the Christmas season 2023. All right, let's continue with this video. All right, you guys, so now I'm done with my clusters on the focal points, and I went ahead and added a cluster on this side to kind of balance my tree out. Now, here's a tip I want to give you. In order to create clusters, what you need to do is pick a color and maximize that color. In this case, I'm going to do the blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an extra blue one, and I'm going to wire them close together. So it's super easy. All you have to do is grab your ornament. And the reason why I want to do this is because there's so much pink in the tree, and we still have all these other pink ornaments that I'm going to add, that I want to bring out some of this blue right here. So I'm gonna add this one right. Can you see that right here, Jamison? Perfect. Like I say, Jamison is my scene director. Thumbs up for the scene director today. You guys, sometimes it just benefits to have an extra set of eyes and an extra set of hands because it is so much faster. So if you are out decorating people's homes for the holidays, I do recommend to get yourself some help. Jamison has been so nice to help me this season because I told him, I was like, I have got to get me some help. There's just so much I have to do and so little time. So I'm gonna add this guy right here. And see how you can see, like now we're doing this S motion into the tree with all those clusters. So now the next step is going to be to add some of these cute ornaments, and this is gonna be, like I said, our filler. I'm gonna fill all the space in with this pink and soft pink, and all of these are also from David Christopher's. But for that, I'm gonna call in Jamison to come in and help me because as you guys can see, there's quite a few. So we're gonna add these ornaments in, and we'll be right back to share the next step. So keep watching. All right, you guys, so now our next step is going to add the picks, stems, and florals. And for that, I selected some of these beautiful candy canes because it's gonna match the little candy canes on the side. Some of these iridescent balls that just going to tie all the colors together, the iridescent on the white balls, and it's just gonna blend in very well. I selected some of these holly leaves, and then one of my favorite ones that I have to talk about is going to be this like Dr. Seuss inspired pick. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with my focal points. This is all about a focal point Christmas tree. And you can repeat this with any theme if you wanted to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add right here where my bow is, I'm gonna stick one of these branches like this, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of a curvature down. Then I'm going to repeat over on this side. What you need to do is really fluff this stem because it comes really flat, but look, just by giving it character. What I'm going to is I'm going to lift up right here coming out of my tails. I'm going to add another one right here. And then I'm going to grab my third one, which is going to be this side right here. And I'm going to add this stem. This is when the Christmas tree really starts to come alive. I'm going to add this guy. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. Like that. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now I do have a few left, and so what I'm going to do, and I'm always telling you guys to get this from the dollar store because look how convenient they are. You can just gather all your materials and it is so easy to work. So now what I'm going to do is I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over to this side and add some of this element because remember that what goes up must come down. And then also I'm telling you that from the third of the tree going up, you have to start facing all of your picks and stems going up. The second and the middle and then the bottom part, you have to make sure that they face down. All right, so now what I'm going to is I'm gonna put one on this side right here, just so you can see that. And then I'm gonna go all the way over to the other side, and exactly where I put that one, I'm going to add yet another one over here. just to bring that color all the way from the top all the way down. So now I'm going to grab one of these beautiful stems, you guys. These are so pretty. And you know that to me, when I share with you guys on the shopping haul for all of this from David Christopher's, I told you the pink and red for Christmas is such a classic color. And on the red, and what I love about this one is because it has these frosting tips. It is so pretty. If you're a wreath maker, these are so good because you get all of this material. Look, by fluffing how many and how big. Look how flat it comes, and how by fluffing you can really make a number. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add right on the same spot that I'm going to intertwine them. I'm going to grab yet another one and fluff. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this video. I am having so much fun with this theme. This is so kitschy and fun. This is perfect for my nephew. I was going to say my grandson. I don't have any grandkids. I want to say my grandson. I would say if you have any grandkids, this will be perfect for them because it is so fun. And all you have to do is intertwine them, as you guys can see. I'm going to do the third one on the top. Let's see. I'm making sure that you fluff every single one of them. So now I'm going to add over to this side. I'm going to add it right here. Look at that. And it just gives those focal points are just getting larger and larger. So now I'm going to do the same with these mini candy canes. How cute are these, you guys? So I'm going to add this guy right here, going down a little bit to kind of, so you can see them. See how by putting them going down, they really stick out. If you put them flat, they're just gonna get lost. So what you need to do is grab your candy cane and make sure that you put it going down like this. And that's helping us elongate our focal point, as you guys can see. And I'm going to add one more over on this side. So I'm gonna add it right here. Like that. I used to have a boss who used to say that all the time, like that. He was teaching me how to do things and he always just said, like that. If you're watching, you know who you are. All right, so now I'm gonna grab this iridescent and I'm gonna add it right here on the focal point. See how that catches the light and it makes it look super cute?
Those remind me of little marshmallows.
Yeah, they look like marshmallows from Dr. Seuss, something that you would eat in Dr. Seuss. I'm gonna add this guy right here. And then I'm gonna grab this last one and I'm going to add, how so cute this is. I'm so, does this catch the light?
Yes.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it. And then I'm gonna add this one right here with them. And look how our focal point from the ribbon to the pigs and all of that, it just creates this focal point. I'm gonna fluff those ribbons at the end, you guys. And I have a few of these lollipops. I only have two, but you know what? I'm going to add them. I'm gonna add one right here. And then I'm going to add one right here to just starting to fill in all those gaps. So now what I have is some of these beautiful poinsettias and they match perfectly our theme. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna, look how cute these curly cues are and it has some like berries on the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start adding this on the gaps, like right here. And I have 4 of the large ones. So what you need to do is make sure that you fluff this really, really good. Then I'm gonna add one, maybe, let's see, I need to go to this side, maybe right here. You have to make sure that it goes through. Make sure you face it forward so you don't lose it. Then I have yet another one of these. I'm going to add maybe right here with all of these ornaments. Now they also come on this size right here, which is a larger one, but it has less petals, but you can really see the frosting on it. I'm going to add one of these ones right here to the top, like that, to bring that element all the way to the top. And remember to work in a zigzag pattern. So I'm gonna add this guy right here. And as you guys can see, I have it all gathered together right here, so it's easier for me to gather my materials. I'm gonna add this guy right here. Sometimes I have to step away. As you guys can see, I'm doing this number because I want to make sure that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna add this guy right here. And I have one last one that I need to add. Maybe, where, Jameson? Where do you think? Right here somewhere? Yes, I'm gonna put it right here to bring all that color all the way down. All right, so far we have add a ribbon focal point right here, which I'm going to fluff in a second. Then we add our ornaments, and then we added our picks to our focal points that extend all the way in. And then what we did is we added all the little flowers and stems. And so now what I'm going to do is gather all the precious ornaments, and we're going to add those to our Christmas tree, so keep watching. All right, you guys, so we've gotten to the fun part of the Christmas tree, and that's going to be to add all of the specialty ornaments like this s'mores ornament. Isn't that just absolutely cute? You want to hang these ornaments from the very tip of your Christmas tree. Now, if you see that it's not dangling like this, what you need to do is grab that and swirl it around your tree until it dangles and dances on the branch of your Christmas tree. And I actually love this one. Look at this, you guys. It looks like a cookie, so good to eat. And you're gonna find a branch like this one right here. So what you want to do is grab that plastic wrapper that it comes with, and then you want to hang on it, and look at that. Just let it dance and do its thing. Now here is one of my favorite ones. It's this s'more Christmas tree. How absolutely adorable is this, you guys? It's the male and the female, and for her, I want a prominent spot like this right here. And remember, just grab to the branch and just start twisting that string until you can let it dance. I do want her face to look forward like that. Perfect. And now I have some of these cute little pink glass ornaments that have some snow in them. I'm gonna grab right here. And that's why I love this type of trees. Like I was telling you guys, the sign trees are just to pack them, but this particular kind of tree, it is for you to let those ornaments dance. And this ornament comes also in this blue, and it has, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it has some snow in it. And so you have to find spots like this guy right here. Some of them you have to twist, some of them not so far, because like I said, I want them to dance in the branch. I want them to be prominent on the branch like this right here. Some of them like this one, I don't even have to twist, because look, there's just so much space between ornaments, so those ornaments can really hang. Now there's these peppermint candies, and are absolutely adorable. I'm gonna go over to this side. Let's see, to this ornament. Also, you can use your branches, well, not this one right here, but you can use your branches to hang from your tree. I'm gonna use this guy right here. Look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through this ornament, through here, and then I'm going to go all the way here, and then just let that one dance and dangle. You guys, how absolutely adorable is this? Cute little s'more. I'm gonna add this guy over on this side, because I want it right here to dance on the branch. Now, I absolutely love also this guy right here. This is like the time where you add all of the ornaments that you have gathered through the years, that you have collected, that the kids made. Like this one right here, it is from David Christopher's, but at the point where your tree is fully designed, you can just start hanging all of these ornaments that you may have laying around your home, that you have collected through the years. Just make sure that you face them forward like that. Look at this cute little guy right here. So I'm gonna look for a space like that. Now these ones have a really long stem, so what you wanna do is just let them hang. Remember, you want ornaments from the top to the bottom. You guys, look how cute this is. Has a cute little face on one side and the other one. And so now I'm gonna let this guy hang all the way down right here to the floor. You wanna have ornaments all the way. And here's my other s'more, which is the name of this Christmas tree. Give me s'mores Christmas. So you can find all of these products, like I said, at David Christopher's. And don't forget to use your code Ramon10 for a 10% off discount. Oh my gosh, I'm getting packed over here. I'm gonna put this guy. No, I wanna see him. So I wanna find a spot for him. You know what, I'm gonna change this one. No, because I already have a s'more right here. This is a fun part to me, because like at this point, you have to really decide where it is that you want this ornament. So I'm gonna take this one out. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this guy right here. And let him hang, let's see how, yep. And then we can put this guy right back in here. Look at that. So cute. All right, so then I have her. Remember I told you I have a little, oh, it is another her. I have two hers. How cute is this? And this is the part where you just like call the kids in and you just let them help add all of those ornaments, those precious ornaments that they might have made at school, that you were gifted throughout the years. Now here he is. How absolutely cute is this? I wish that I had a longer branch, like somewhere around here. So I'm gonna put him right here so you can really see him. And these ones also are some of my favorite ones. Precious ornaments are such a fun thing to hang on your tree because you can talk about the memories you made with your loved ones, with the kids, with the grandkids. All right, so I'm gonna add this last peppermint over here on this side. Remember, they need to go all the way down. So we're done with this basket. Now, these are my favorite ones. Look at these triplets, you guys. Do you know that Jameson is a triplet? Yes, there's 3 of him. There's 2 boys and a girl, and this ornament reminds me of him. We should actually send this to your mom, Jameson, for Christmas this year because that will remind her of her kids. So she love it, yeah. So I feel like we need to find spots now, but I do want to make sure that I see all of these cute Kishi ornaments. I'm gonna put him right here, and I'm gonna twist one time just to let it hang like that. How fun, you guys! How fun! I love this Christmas tree. It is so much fun. It is always about having fun during this holiday season, and I just absolutely love the colors of this Christmas tree. I love all of the texture, all of the elements, and look how cute they are. I do want to make sure that I see her and that I see them so you guys can see all of how absolutely cute. Okay, so we have one last step. Jameson, will you pass me the wires from over there? We have one last step, and that is what's going to, over here, right here on the green tab, we're going to throw this over the edge gorgeous by adding this cute ribbon with all of the colors. Here, you can just pass them to me. Thank you again for Jameson, yay, for helping out. All right, so now what I'm going to is I'm gonna grab my accent ribbon, you guys, and it's this beautiful plaid with the pinks and the reds, and look what this ribbon is going to do. So real quick, we have 4-step process. Number 1 is adding our ornaments, our ribbons. Then once we added our ribbons, like right here, we added all of the ornaments in clusters, and that filled in our Christmas tree. After that, we added the picks, stems, and florals, the poinsettias, all of the picks and our focal points. After that, we added all of our, I think that's it. So it's ribbon, ornaments, stems, florals, and then now we're going to add our accent ribbon. And for that, I chose this beautiful plaid, and you guys, wait till you see what this ribbon is going to do. All you have to do is grab a little tail like this. We're going to go down one time, and then we're going to leave another longer tail. You know what, I'm gonna just attach right there, because as I was editing the video the other day, I was like, well, Ramon, why don't you do this? I'll show you. So we have this loop right here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna find a spot like here. I'm gonna attach this ribbon and give it a little fluff, like that. And then I'm gonna grab my scissors and I'm going to cut a long tail like that. And look at that, that adds all of the colors. It has the white, it has the pink, it has the blue, it has the red, and it just marries everything that we've done so far. Now, this one I'm going to do 2 loops because I'm gonna put this one on the top to remember what happens on the top, happens on the bottom, what goes up must come down, what goes left goes to the right, because that's the way to balance our Christmas tree. For this one, I am going to cut right here. I always, when I went to people's homes to decorate for Christmas, that's how I used to put my ribbon right there so I don't lose it. So I'm gonna add this one right here to the top. You know what, I'm gonna leave that one at the end because I need a step stool to add that one, but I already did that one. So I'm going to grab my bow and I'm going to do yet another loop like this. I'm gonna go down, pinch, gather, twist, cut with a long tail. This is like my favorite way to finish my Christmas tree, by adding a ribbon, an accent ribbon that has all of the colors, all of the textures, and just adding it to my Christmas tree. Huh? Yes, I will. Jameson just reminded me to dovetail he's learning. Look at that, just by adding like that, and you can let it just fly. It doesn't have to be any style of ribbon, just anyone that has all the colors. And also it doesn't have to have much structure. All you have to do is just accent your Christmas tree with this ribbon. And this one was the perfect one for this particular look. I love the plaid, it's very Christmassy. It is super easy to work with. All you have to do is pinch, twist, and then you wire. And now I'm gonna go over to this side. I'm gonna add one over here. right here. I'm gonna let that tail hang down. See how that adds so much texture and just adds all of the colors? It kind of marries all of the colors together. And I love the wire on this particular ribbon, also from David Christopher's. I am going to mention one more time, all materials in this video were from David Christopher's, and they are offering you 10% off with the code Ramon10. And just so you know, no, I'm not getting paid. We're just friends, and so they were gracious enough to offer you guys 10% off of your purchase, of your entire purchase. I'm gonna add this guy right here. And I'm gonna do a few more. I'm gonna speed this up real quick and I'll be right back with you, so keep watching. All right, you guys, so for our last, I promise you, this is the last step. We're gonna add some of the Barbie ribbon because I figure it'd be really, really cute. This is the velvet ribbon that we used on the Barbie Christmas tree. If you have not seen the Barbie Christmas tree, I'm also gonna link it down below. But since I already had it and it's already wired, I said, why not? Let's add it to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did with my plaid ribbon. So I'm basically just gonna look for a spot like right here. I'm gonna introduce that ribbon. I'm gonna put it right there, and that, what I like about this ribbon is because it's a really hot pink, so it really pops from your Christmas tree. And like I said, it can just be a few of them. Now what I did is basically, I did a one loop bow like this. Then I have a longer tail and a shorter tail. So you always want your longer tail to go down. And look how also exquisite this ribbon is. You just run your finger through it and it stays in that shape because it has a really good wire. So what I'm going to do is just add some of them like this, to kind of have a really big punch of color on the Christmas tree. And like I said, since I already had it, I said, well, you know what, Ramon, why not? Just go ahead and add that Barbie pink. And look at that, you can really, like, it really calls your eye for it. I'm gonna add another one right here without disturbing my big long tail. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm like, Ramon, you're so good. But I figure since I already had it, and sometimes we have so many things laying around the house in our Christmas stash, in our basement, or in our garage, or in my case, in my storage unit. And sometimes just because we don't want to go get it, but look what just adding that I already had, I added one right here, one right here, one right here. I'm going to save one for the top, and then I'm going to add one right here in the middle, dead center, so you can really see it. Right here with my focal point, like that. Look at that, how that just pops. It is such a gorgeous, gorgeous color and texture. I'm gonna add one right over on this side. And this one with the wire already in, all you have to do is pinch that wire into a stem, and that is going to stay right where you want it. Let's see, I'm going to add another one over to this side, over here, like that. And I have a few more, so I'm gonna add them all because I already have them. One all the way to the bottom. You might not see this one until I show you the close-up. Then I'm gonna go over to this side all the way to the bottom as well. Right here. And just like that, I'm going to give this a real quick fluff because remember at the end we fluff our ribbons. Since we've been working on it, they flattened out a little bit. So I'm gonna make them come alive and I'll be back to show you the end result, so keep watching. But Ramon, you say you were gonna give us a close-up and that you were already done adding to that already gorgeous Christmas tree. Well, you guys, the Flyaways. You know that I'm not going to decorate a Christmas tree without my infamous Flyaways. And the reason why is because I wanted to add something white to my Christmas tree to just have that flyaway effect. As you guys can see, I'm just gonna go around the Christmas tree and add them in specific areas like right here. And I've told you that many times before that when you add your flyaways, go ahead and give them a little spin up so that way you can catch all of the light on your Christmas tree. But look what that does to your Christmas tree. It gives a dimension, depth, and a lot of oomph, what I like to say. So I'm going to go right here. And this is the perfect opportunity to tell you once again that from here up, all of your stems and picks need to face up. And from here down, all of your picks need to face down like this. That way you can have a very well balanced Christmas tree. I'm gonna go all the way around, but see what that little bit of white does? It just adds so much more to your Christmas tree. It helps it blend in because it has white ornaments. The ribbon has white, and this is how fast it really is to just add that last step to your Christmas tree and make it look absolutely gorgeous. All right, so now I'm going to give it a little fluff, and I'll be right back to give you the end result. Keep watching. All right, everyone, so I'm going to give you a close-up of all of this beauty that is S'mores Christmas. Look how absolutely gorgeous this turned out. I am so in love with all of these beautiful ornaments from David Christopher's. Look at you guys, how absolutely cute she is. And then here is her partner, and it is just so cute. There is so many details into these ornaments, like the little s'more, the little cocoa cup. You guys, this right here, the iridescent pick, and all of the stems and poinsettias, it just makes for an absolutely gorgeous Christmas tree. If you have any kids in your life, if you have little girls, little boys that like s'mores as much as I did, this is the perfect look to put together for your Christmas tree. I really hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. Remember the 4 easy steps, which is ribbons first, ornaments, pick stems, florals and picks, and then your accent ribbons like this beautiful velvet, absolutely gorgeous ribbon. So what do you guys think? Creating a gorgeous Christmas tree like a designer, it can be so easy if you just follow these steps. 4 easy steps: ribbon first, ornaments, pick stems, florals, and accent ribbon. You too can create a gorgeous Christmas tree inspired by the s'mores theme from our friends at David Christopher's. Remember, all of their information is going to be linked down below. Also, I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part, your favorite ornament, and if you like this theme as much as I do. It is so sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you can always watch more videos right now. Consider subscribing, and until next time. Bye.